Most people say they want peace. They say they want stillness. They say they want alignment. They say they want to enter the manifesting state. They say they want to feel calm. But when calm finally shows up, it doesn't feel powerful. It feels unfamiliar. It feels a little off. Maybe even slightly uncomfortable. Not because something is wrong, but because you're not used to it. This is what almost no one explains about the manifesting state. The manifesting state is not intense. It's not emotionally dramatic. It's not hyped. It's stable. And stability can feel strange if your identity was built around movement, around striving, around improving, around figuring something out, around needing to do something next. When that constant motion slows down, you don't always feel peaceful. Sometimes you feel restless. Sometimes you feel like you should be doing more. Sometimes you start scanning for problems, not because manifestation isn't working, but because your nervous system equates motion with safety. If you're moving, you're in control. If you're trying, you're responsible. If you're optimizing, you're growing. That wiring runs deep. So when you begin to enter a calm, stable, manifesting state, your body doesn't immediately register it as success. It registers it as unfamiliar, and unfamiliar can feel unsafe. This is where people quietly leave the state. Not dramatically, subtly. They start tweaking. They start adjusting. They start reevaluating. They add new techniques. They question whether they're doing enough. But the issue isn't effort. The issue is identity. If your identity has been built around constant improvement, then stability can feel like stagnation. But it isn't stagnation, it's consolidation. This is the neutral phase, the part where nothing feels urgent, nothing feels dramatic, nothing feels like it's moving quickly. And because of that, it can feel like nothing is happening. But the manifesting state isn't loud, it's consistent. It's quiet authority. It's the absence of needing to interfere. When you stop feeling the urge to constantly adjust, that's not regression. That's stabilization. And stabilization feels almost boring at first. You're not chasing. You're not fixing. You're not trying to force alignment. You're simply holding it. That can feel strange if you've equated growth with intensity. But real identity shifts don't feel intense. They feel normal. The manifesting state becomes your baseline. And when it becomes your baseline, you don't need emotional spikes to feel powerful. You don't need urgency to feel productive. You don't need chaos to feel relevant. You feel steady. If you've been in a season where things feel quiet, where you're not scrambling, where you're not obsessing, and part of you wonders if you should be doing more, pause. That may not be stagnation. It may be integration. The manifesting state is not about performing belief. It's about stabilizing identity. And identity stabilizes in stillness, not in emotional intensity. So if things feel calm right now, don't rush to disturb it. Don't mistake neutrality for lack of progress. Sometimes the most powerful shifts feel the least dramatic and the most quiet. Remember, that quiet is not emptiness. It's your inner authority forming. Notice the pattern yet? Once you enter the manifesting state, you must remain there. Subscribe and enter your manifesting state.